Well, there are around 6,000 911 call centers in the U.S. Less than 200 have made the shift to 911 texting. But Lane County is looking to add its name to the list and usher in a new era of safety for the sake of residents. Where once there were rotary phones, there are now cell phones, wireless taking over where wires once ruled, and text replacing talk. With changes to technology come new ways to deal with old problems.
Operator, there's been a bad accident. 2 cars head on.
States across the country are letting residents text 911. 8 cities in Oregon, including Portland, Salem, Astoria, are already texting away. But in Lane County, the modern-day method is untapped technology.
I actually had no idea you couldn't text 911 in Lane County.
Oh, really? No way.
Oh, okay.
An emergency text here gets you a bounce-back message, the result of old technology in a new world.
If you have a hardwired phone and somebody had a cell phone, they couldn't text to that phone. So that's kind of the system that we have now.
Rob Poirier is the communication program manager at Central Lane Communications, which covers 90% of the county's roughly 351,000 residents. He says text to 911 is a vital service, not only allowing the hearing and speech impaired to ditch an obsolete device, but it also contributes to public safety.
There are sometimes calls that really can't be made because if a caller would get on the phone and talk, they may put themselves in danger.
They can't literally bring a phone to their ear, but they can maybe secretly or somehow subversively make that text.
In every measure, a system worth the cost, considering you're already paying for it.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Really?
And this is paid for through the 75-cent monthly tax that everybody has on their phones and other devices with access to 911.
The money is used for texts and phone calls to 911, but you pay it whether your county accepts texts or not. Each of Oregon's 43 call centers are receiving operational funds paid for by these fees, including $2,400 needed to make dated systems text ready.
It'll go to this provider, and they will actually send it to us through a web-based application, and we'll be able to do the communication like that.
Well, this temporary fix is expected to be in place by the summer of 2017. And although it promises to be much better than what we have now, it also has its own problems that need some ironing out. Dropped calls and weak signals plague cellular messages of any kind, and global positioning has its own hiccups.
The system that picks up that data, it may be inaccurate, so it's critical that the person gives that location information.
Technological growing pains in Oregon's goal to unveil next-generation services. The FCC urges all call centers in the country to be next-gen compliant by 2020. Officials say next-gen tech statewide is an estimated $14 million project, allowing dispatchers to share medical records, send photos, and much more.
Maybe there's a call that there's a bank robber. A video can be added to that call so that the police officer already has a description.
Almost endless possibilities of what NextGen will be able to do for us.
But some residents have mixed feelings about the access it introduces.
What if I accidentally text them something I don't want to text them, you know?
It's good to know, somebody's situation before you even get there so that you figure out the right response to give them.
For security reasons, it's something we have to be careful of, and not, dive quickly into using social media for transferring medical records.
And while text to 911 seems like a logical step late to arrive in Lane County, officials say it's right on time to get the state on track towards a safer future.
We really need to use this technology that's available to us to provide a much better service and a much better, safer community.
Well, residents I spoke with say that 75 cents a month really adds up. For a household with 4 lines, that's $3 a month, $36 a year. As Lane County rolls out text to 911 this year, you'll also see a new campaign urging you to use the faster and tried but true method. Call if you can, text if you can't. In the studio, Oscar Maciel, KEZI 9 News.